Laura, well, thank you for the introduction, for kicking us off. Thank you for everyone here today. We are hoping to convince maybe a few of you who chose the option E, only here for CPE, that there might be something for you to take away aside from that as well. We're really excited to talk about agility and operations. I will start off with a couple acknowledgements and disclaimers here. The first is that the slides were due last Friday. So as with anything related to tariffs, I do not take responsibility for anything that happened while I was asleep last night. I've learned the hard way that sometimes you need to update up to the last 30 minutes before your presentation because what you put in there might be dated 30 minutes later. Fortunately, I don't think that's happened today, but this is information as of last Friday. The other thing, I want to acknowledge the elephant in the room here of tariff fatigue. I would like to say I coined this phrase, but I did not. This is acknowledging that we've heard a lot about tariffs today. You turn on the news, you read the Wall Street Journal, whatever it is, right? You're getting hit with information, updates, an onslaught of interpretations, commentary about tariffs, right? And I think, I could pinpoint it to maybe around May when the worst of the China tariffs, the 145% tariffs started to get scaled back, where folks kind of pulled back and said, look, I just don't want to talk about tariffs anymore. Right, so I probably should have named this slide supply chain and tariffs just to, kind of ease our way into this. But I do want to say the fact that we're all here today and that we are able to discuss having made it through the last 6 months of tariff policy is in itself testament to agility in operational adaptation across manufacturing companies, across import-export companies. Right, the shifting of that Overton window. I was telling John right before this call, I like to go back and read some old articles, LinkedIn posts that I did just to see how things have evolved. And a year ago today, I was doing some commentary in preparation for the election and saying, okay, if there's a Republican victory, we might expect a drastic scenario of tariffs on certain products and trading partners all the way up to 25%. Now I look back and say, oh, isn't that quaint? Isn't that precious, right? We were worried about 25% tariffs. Now we're all here today in a world where tariffs are ranging all the way up to 50% plus, right? And, remarkably, companies have adapted, right? The fact that we have not seen a total disruption, collapse in supply chain, the fact that the markets have remained resilient is in part, not in whole, due to the fact that companies are implementing a lot of the adaptation techniques, a lot of the solutions that we will be talking about today.